this is kind of our main background. And so it's really cool having these monitors is obviously we can have our Sports Nightly branding or Game Day Nation, but we can also put some games in there and different video. And so it allows us to have a little bit more flexibility. So we have, kind of this angle here, the quad as we call it, and then we have another dual monitor. And then when I flip it around, the cameras are not set up right now, but we usually have 5 cameras spread out around the studio. So we also have an area where we can do shots at the green screen. So we have a bunch of different spots that we can set up a shot from, not including, our main desk. And actually, let me show you our new desk. We're all really excited about it. We have a nice monitor in front. So it's that same thing where we could put video in front there as well. So this will kind of be what the Sports Nightly set looks like. And then we'll obviously change the graphics for Game Day Nation. And we also, if you see these blue side things that light up, that can change color. So we're getting pretty fancy here at Sports Nightly. We're all very excited.
Can you take us into the control room and show us exactly how, this is broadcast on the air?
This is our switcher / board. So that's kind of what you can punch up all the cameras with. And we have a director that sits in that chair and kind of calls the show and punches it up. We then have a producer usually sitting right here who is controlling our timing system and our graphics and stuff like that. And then this is kind of the control wall where you can see just all of the cameras. We could feed different games coming in. As you can kind of see up in that top corner, we have a soccer game getting fed in right now. Takes a village because we usually have a bunch of different people back here making sure that everything's timed out. Like I said, running graphics, director, and then we have an audio booth in here that obviously, runs the music, the microphones, the game audio, all of that fun stuff. We also, for Game Day Nation, we have a bunch of editors because obviously we have the games coming in live, and so we're bouncing around live to those. But for our 10:30 show, Sports or Game Day Nation Overtime, we have a bunch of highlights. So really every game we've shot, we have highlights of, and they don't just kind of cut themselves. So we have different people kind of working back behind the scenes that are editing those games, writing them. And so that's usually what I'm doing ahead of overtime is I'll be out shooting a couple of games. I'll come back, write those scripts, edit those, and then I'll help edit and write the rest of the overtime scripts with the editors, making sure that everything hits air once 10:30 rolls around.
We're back in the thick of it. We're excited to have you and the team back. We're obviously excited to have fall sports back in high school football as well.
Yeah, we're happy to be back. Obviously, there was a time where everybody was uncertain what fall sports would look like, and it does look different with minimal spectators, and it's really up to each individual host school how they're going to divvy up who can go to what game. But that's what is so great about BCSN is we are kind of offering that alternative for if you aren't able to go to a game or you don't feel comfortable going to a game, you're not going to miss your neighbor, your grandson, your son, your daughter, your sister, your babysitter's games. You can watch them from the safety and comfort of your own home.